You're watching The Morning Show from your local news leader.
Donuts are a popular morning treat, but many of us try and steer clear because we know they're so unhealthy.
But not anymore. Not after this morning. MKennedy from Christie Clinic is joining us this morning, giving the guilty pleasure a healthy makeover. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, guys. Yeah, so we are going to be remaking the donut this morning. So your typical, Krispy Kreme glazed donut, that's going to cost you about 200 calories and 12 grams of fat.
Oof. For the regular donut, right?
Yeah.
That's not even with all the glorious filled ones that they have going on.
Exactly. So if you go for one of those glorious cream-filled ones, you're looking at upwards of 300 to 400 calories and 40 grams of carbohydrates.
Wow.
And who eats just one, really?
Well, and that's the problem with donuts is, that those simple sugars spike your blood sugar, and, it's just going to make you hungry an hour later.
Sure.
Yeah, we call those empty calories, right?
Right. And so, these donuts here today, once we ice them, a serving will be 3 donuts.
Okay.
And it'll only cost you 72 calories and 2 grams of sugar. And it's also going to pack 4 grams of fiber that's going to help fill you up and stabilize your blood sugars.
Very cool.
Perfect. Okay, so how do we start making these? Starting with the donuts,
let's go ahead and get started. So Cynthia, I'll have you just mix together the dry ingredients here. We've got coconut flour. Whoops. So these are actually grain-free donuts.
Nice. Okay.
And then just a little bit of baking soda.
Okay.
And just a pinch of salt was in there as well.
Oh, right.
So I'll have you go ahead and just mix that together.
Okay.
And then Drew, we'll get started on the wet ingredients.
Sure.
All right, so we're just going to pour them into this bowl here. We've got about half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, or you could use skim milk if you wanted to. About 2 tablespoons of honey. And you could also use like a low sugar maple syrup if you wanted to, like a Walden Farms maple syrup, and that would be fine too. 1/4 cup of granulated stevia.
Okay.
We've got 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites. 2 tablespoons of applesauce, which applesauce makes a great substitute for butter or oil in cooking.
Yeah.
And then about a teaspoon of maple extract.
How about it?
All right, Drew, go ahead and give that a stir.
Gotta get that yolk in there.
I'm breaking her down here. I don't know what I was going to say.
And so coconut flour has about twice the amount of fiber as, flour from wheat would have.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good alternative if you're ever looking for an alternative.
It is a little more expensive, though.
It is. That's one thing that I found.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. And then, Drew, I'm just going to have you pour the dry ingredients right in there to the wet ingredients, and then just get it all mixed up and, try to have as little lumps in there as possible. All right, and Cynthia, while Drew gets that all mixed up, we're just going to go ahead and make the glaze to the donuts.
Got it. So what do we got here then?
So what we have here is a calorie-free powdered sugar, which I had a lot of trouble finding in the grocery store. So you can actually make your own calorie-free powdered sugar just by using a granulated sweetener like stevia or Splenda or something like that. A teaspoon of cornstarch, and just put it into the blender until it looks like powdered sugar.
Okay, so we got that here.
Yep.
Okay.
We've got about an eighth a teaspoon of maple extract again.
Okay, toss that on in.
And then a couple teaspoons of water. So I just kind of used the teaspoon. And then I ended up having to add probably 3 or 4.
There's 3.
Yeah,
I'll
to
do one
start. And then just go ahead and give that a quick stir.
Oh, you can see it already getting that thickness for that glaze.
Yeah. And they're very tasty. They were a big hit in my house.
Okay.
And so then, once Drew gets that all mixed up, so there's a couple different ways.
Where's the KitchenAid when you need one?
So there's a couple different ways you can cook the donuts. I use this little mini donut maker here.
Okay.
And they only take about 5 minutes in one of these if you have this.
Yeah.
But if you're going to cook it in the oven in a donut mold, you would want to cook it at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay. All right, is it time for us to try the finished product?
Yeah, so I want you to go ahead and put some glaze on some of those donuts.
I didn't really mix it up very well. Hold on.
I was going to say, I burned enough calories for an actual Krispy Kreme mixing this up.
You're gonna have some lumps of powdered sugar. I hope you don't mind.
I've never minded that.
There's worse things.
Right.
How's my glaze?
Looks great.
It's a fine glaze.
How many do you want, Drew? Oh,
How many do I
this is
want?
a messy project.
How many are there? There's 12, so yeah, that'll do.
And so this recipe actually made 18 mini donuts. So it'll make 6 like full-size donuts.
They're really good.
Pretty
Wow.
tasty, huh?
Yeah.
You're leaving these here, right?
Yeah.
All right, another winner. Mara, thanks so much.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have more of the morning show next.